The scent of blood. Yours. TUROK Evolution is a first-person dinosaur shooter released in 2002 on consoles and for Windows in 2003. TUROK Evolution is also abandonware because Acclaim, the original publisher, have dissolved, and no company has given official support since 2004, meaning you can go on eBay and try and find a copy. Good luck. Or you can find other ways. Let's get the standard crap out of the way before I delve into development information. Hit that like button, I make weekly videos, so subscribe if you want to. Become a channel member for emojis and fun premiere nonsense. If you're on a phone, hit hype, which is around the like button or the comments. You get 3 every week to help out your favorite YouTubers. Timestamps below if you want to jump to the game itself or other sections, so let's talk TUROK. TUROK Evolution is not the first in the franchise, and even the first TUROK game was not where the dinosaur hunting Native American began either. It all started in 1954, appearing in 4 color comics once or twice before getting his own comic. TUROK, Son of Stone, where the titular hunter and his brother Andor Andar became trapped in an isolated canyon valley populated by dinosaurs, and hunting and shenanigans ensue. Illustrated by Rex Maxson, the premise became popular enough that 130 issues of the comic followed. Flash forward to the next era of TUROK, the Valiant comics, from 1993 to 1996. This time, TUROK is trapped in the Lost Lands in the 18th century with demons, dinosaurs, and aliens, even having the dinosaurs implanted with intelligence-boosting chips and all sorts of nonsense. Much more in line with the game's premise. Fantastic artwork. Meanwhile, around the same time, Iguana Entertainment became one of the biggest games companies in Texas, porting arcade games like NBA Jam to home video consoles. Pimpin'! Iguana Studios was then bought up by Acclaim, who had also bought the rights to TUROK in 1994, along with other IPs like Shadow Man after buying Valiant Comics. Shadow Man. 1994 was also when TUROK Dinosaur Hunter was announced to be released on the Ultra 64. Nintendo, you had such a good name. Development of the game kicked off in 96, ideas floating around of making it a side-scrolling action game a la Duke Nukem, but soon the 15-man team decided that the genre had gotten a bit tired. 3D was all the rage now, and what better way to showcase the powerhouse potential of the N64 than in first person? This was a pretty huge ask of the relatively inexperienced Iguana team. David Dean Steiber recalls that despite Nintendo being notoriously strict with game content and anything graphic, they were remarkably hands-off during development. Long story short, Acclaim needed TUROK to succeed or it would be curtains for the team. Huge marketing, delays to add depth to the gameplay, lots of crunch time, and even custom game cartridges. And it all paid off. TUROK sold over 1.5 million units and released to wide critical acclaim. TUROK 2 followed, then Rage Wars, the multiplayer spin-off, then 3 in 2000. All well to very well received. TUROK was a big deal for a long time, even alongside Duke. Hard to believe maybe nowadays. I remember being blown away by the first game in 97, those vibrant green jungles, that silky smooth gameplay. Dinosaurs! Who the hell doesn't love dinosaurs? And bows, gigantic chunky guns, these games have outrageously large weapons. The games are just really chunky. My favorite of the franchise is probably TUROK 2, took what made the first so special and just amped everything up to 11. It's known as a great game, so not what I would cover on my channel. Today's game instead is 2003's TUROK Evolution, which followed 3. And because it's a game I'm covering, it's a bit of a black sheep of the dinosaur hunting family. Maybe not the least liked one, but Evolution is abandonware. It is also a prequel to the first game, again created and published by Acclaim, bringing our hero back to his jungle roots, but also coming with a unique, sexy surprise I will leave for the gameplay section. Okay, it's not sexy, but that did get you interested, didn't it? E3 2002, more hype was built up for the year it would be released on consoles, touting the AI would be the best in the industry at the time. Liar! As well as a sound library that took over 2 years to capture. I believe the most elusive animal sound captured was the solidified formula, tons of hype, and bringing the series back to its roots. What could go wrong? Let's quiver up and see. Warning! This playthrough is going to be rougher than usual even. Right from the start too, there's supposed to be a cutscene playing behind me. Most cutscenes did not work for me. Some parts I flat out couldn't get to or complete, so I have to grab teensy bits of footage. The resolutions will change at times, it's gonna hurt your eyes. Wait, don't go. It's gonna be fun. Main menu, no training, not much options either. Let's just jump right in. Oh! Instant replay, Off to a great start. This is the first time we see our character. Here we are, Tal Set, not Turok. Ooh, this mouse sensitivity is shocking. Bumping it up helps, but small movements typically maneuver your perspective, while the sensitivity only really affects the big swings, if that makes sense. The FOV is also very rough. I change up things for the better a bit later on with resolution changes, but it's always going to be a bit rough on the eyes. Please don't go, I've only just started. One of the Slag character designs in this are gloriously chunky, big armored boys later on, much more so than the streamlined chunk here. This opening section did blow me away back in 2003, first Unreal and now this, maybe to a lesser impact. Crisis would change things up again in a few years. Teeming with life, dinosaurs, baboons, animals everywhere, even in the sky. The beauty and the wonder of nature. Hey, every Turok game has a bow, one of those all-time iconic weapons. Aha. Let me try again. It's gonna be replaced soon enough, but it's very good. To the top where we grab our pistol and then we grab the objective. First time. Speaking of the pistol, for your basic gun it's super solid, just check out that bloody squishy impact. Just a small hint to how engaging the combat is, and more so will be later on. I do keep instinctively pressing R to reload after a fight, but in Evolution this just switches weapons, no reloads going on here. You can also shoot the weapons out of the Slag's hands or claws. Talon? Ah, there you go. First part over now, showcasing the abysmal save system in this game. No quick save, no exit to menu save, barely checkpoints, each chapter broken down into parts you restart at upon death. And the sections can be very long too. Just what carnivorous cave beasts do we have here? Oh.
Nom nom. Hello.
Did you do this?
Nom nom.
Hey. Can't avoid talking about it anymore, the jittery movement. I tried patches, different resolutions, turning off every setting, uninstalling, different compatibility modes. Most of the time I just jitter along and it looks awful. To aid this, I just bunny hop through most of the game. But no doubt about it, this is going to be a messy playthrough and my worst so far. Here are some velociraptors, that's fun. Pounce on you through the foliage with rough aiming, it gets pretty hairy them hustling up in your face. Upgraded bow already, the tech bow meaning a scope and various ammo types. Evolution's world, especially the jungle maps, really does bristle with creatures everywhere. Oh, look, even a mascot. Oh, wise monkeys, teach me your ways. Our bone axe is really solid too. Ammo is plentiful, so you don't really ever need to use it, but it's very fun as a backup. Definitely no shortage of blood in the game either, making short work of these crocs. At least give me a challenge. Well, okay. We get to hear the majestic Slag voices.
We don't even need weapons. They tear so easily, and their bones break like twigs.
You telling me we can't Fred Flintstone up these dinosaurs? Boo! Instead, like in all Turoks, jungle vines adorn particular surfaces which we use to explore around the peaceful setting. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god. I am not this bad at aiming usually, I swear. It's very difficult to make micro movements. Are we gonna have a problem here? How about some sniping? Not bad at all. I even have different arrow types already. Poison arrows, which have different unique effects on enemies. After all these years, still really gross. Oof. Already, and even with the janky movement, the gameplay and more importantly gunplay is still so satisfying and fun, just like most Turoks. Ooh. At the summit we meet Julie from Heavy Metal.
Let's get going. You're not scared of heights, are you?
It's sexy secret time, not her, although. Turok Evolution's innovation was flying combat sections, quite a few in the game as well. And after that rigid, stuttering movement, to fly smoothly does feel pretty good. I think I will name our flying friend Charles, too. The sections are fun enough, but the controls are a bit rough and inverted. But they do look quite cinematic at times, possibly nice footage between the rest of the shite I'll show you. Very unforgiving and no save. Okay, let's grab that health pack. What? Oh, it's holding the dinosaur's snack of health below. We get some dog fighting. Alright, Charles, sharp turn ahead. Sharp turn ahead, Charles. Charles! Charles! There is a tiny bit of variance as well. Combat sections in a zone you can turn around 360 degrees in. My favorite part, seeing the enemy's leg flying around after explosions. Great touch. Please don't have to control down the pipe. Please, 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 please. Phew.
You'll overrun these pink insects and be feasting on them for years.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Wait, hold. Oh my god, stop. Please stop. All languages at once. All languages at once. Game, just how broken are you trying to be? A quick reboot and oh look, all my saves are gone. Cool. Don't judge me, I'm not doing that all over again, and I can't find any save files online. You know I'm bad at games. Back in the jungle with a pistol upgrade, a scope transformer attachment, most weapons' secondary fire modes usually have a nice little animation. No, that enemy isn't bugged, the scope is. Don't ask, the tech bow works perfectly, but in this version our pistol scope shoots like 10 feet to the left. Absolutely useless. Nice one. Good job, Dino. Hey, I thought we were friends. Yeah, that's more like it. Yum yum yum. Turret sections pop up occasionally, pretty satisfying gun blasting. Not a turret fan myself, but these are solid enough. And we top it all off with a mini boss. Well, not that many. Into the caves where we meet some saber-tooths, a little limp in their attack attempts. You guys okay? Has someone been on the catnip? Oh, and you brought the little one too. After that, we just head outside for some nice magic hour headshots. Platform to Turok's shotgun. Always get your shotgun right, folks. It passes the test easily, and just look at those chunky gun models. Beautiful stuff. The explosive arrows are always a blast to use. That pun was unintentional. Pun intentional. Enemies go flying, so much fun. Okay, let's shake things up again with the stealth level, infiltrating the slag outpost, planning on attacking the river village. Straight away a new flechette gun. Flechette?
Flechette.
I always think of Hexen, but what is a flechette? After we get past the stealth, I'll let her rip.
Intruder, alert all stations. Down in effect.
My stealth went about as well as usual. I guess it's a stealthy enough gun for a Turok game. Poofs metal darts out with travel distance. Headshots do the trick.
Attention, intruder. Surrender and you will be granted a quick death. Kill the intruder. Maggot.
Okay, it's the next section. Let's take the stealth just a little more seriously.
Alert! Alert! Intruder in the compound!
Oh, come on. We learned these village attacks have been ordered by a human. Bloody typical. The story? I'll drip feed the gist of it to you, but it's a lot of Bling Blobby the Seer and the Shim Shams ordered an attack on the Flippity Hips. No joke, I had to check my notes about 20 times because I keep forgetting the main guy's name. It's Tal Set, not Turok. Turok is a title. Last flamethrower I covered was very disappointing. How was Evolutions? Ooh, not too shabby at all. Short range, but reptilians are very flammable. Nice Cajun style cooking. And now a dark matter cube, you know, just lying around outside. I use it once, it drops once, and I fuck it up. There you go. I'm sure it shows up in other places, but I never found them. Damn. Hold on. Stay there. Hey, you.
Me?
Yeah, you just stay there.
Okay.
Yeah. Deeper into the Slag Fortress now. I do love their backpacks. What do you think they've gotten there? What kind of goodies do you reckon? Check out this guy putting on a one-man show.
Have you ever noticed how humans walk like this? Do, but slags scurry around like this? Do. It's so true.
Weapon upgrade time, our flechette becomes a minigun, and this thing is beastly. As with any minigun, the downside is your ammo depletes in a second, but use it wisely and you can take down anything or anyone. Some new variants of slags wandering around with flamethrowers. Do not let them get too close. Whoa. That caught me off guard. Enormous rocket-propelling lizard, armored Komodo dragon. How about some teleporting ninjas with scimitars and other funky weapons, sometimes even Halo swords? You know the rusty movement jank is getting to you when you relish some time floating in the water of a game? I even had to take some breaks between recording the playthrough. This is Wanted 3D, a game made on the GZ Doom engine, just buttery smooth movement. Oh, such a nice palate cleanser.
My guns are big.
Turok games are usually this as well. This, on release, is probably just as good, but this shite port on mine, best I can do. Huh? What is going on? Under all the shite, the core gameplay is really great. Alt fire for our shotgun loads more shells for more output, obliterating enemies. Well, fuck me, I thought this was an elevator. Evolution crashed maybe a handful of times, nothing too bad, but this meant I had to use the level skip, which skips to the start of each section, which means you only get weapons for that stage. So for a lot of the playthrough, I'm missing weapons I should have. Back in the jungle, oh, feels good. Story: the evil general, the human guy, this guy, is planning an all-out attack on the capital city. We are making our way there to get in touch with the senators. Oh hey, I died to the cover art. Oh sage simians, tell me your secrets. Show me the way. Lead on, monkey. You cheeky little. The outdoor parts usually involve finding keys or switches. Here it is 3 parts to unlock the gates.
Raptors! They picked us off one by one. They were everywhere. Behind you! Oh, no! Stay away from me! The rest escaped through this passage. I couldn't make it. I'm too torn up. Go on, catch up to the others.
The monkeys can climb? Oh yeah. Or can they? Blowing up dinosaurs, that's my job, 'cause the Bible told me so. Nom 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 nom. Oh shit, wait. Nom nom. You really can't beat some jungle adventure. It's why I have such a soft spot for films like The Phantom and Congo. Such a good setting. Oh, that's horrifying. Not a fan of deep water and big things swimming around in it that might eat me. Down an underwater passage where we pick up the plasma cannon. I wouldn't say it's one of the best. This is no Doom, but it's alright and has fun upgrades later. So we blow our way out of the temple and it's time for another flying detour.
I got movement on the canyon walls! Flag air support, look out!
Fuck it, doodle.
Well, looky there, a nice fat transport. Hang on, man, this is about to get intense. Ooh, there we go. Easy pickings, let's heat 'em up.
I swear she keeps throwing me off.
Whoa, pull up!
Another fun section now as we head towards the city with our troop comrades. No control over them, but it's nice having friends. Oh, that's just sad.
They're cutting us to pieces!
Charles II! My Charles never do well.
Spread too thin here. Where's our support? Where's our support?
Oh shit. Oop. That was instinct. None of you saw that, right?
What?
Nothing.
You what?
Visceral warfare, explosions everywhere. The audio gets a bit bugged, but I really like the game going in like this. I've definitely missed one or two at this stage, but I finally have Turok's rocket launcher, and what a chunker. I do like 'em chunky. I mean the guns. Or maybe more. Hey, it's me, Turok. Nope. Hey, it's me, Talset. Subscribe and be good to nature and stuff. And you get a bomb, 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 and you get a bomb. More minigun fun, you can never be bored whipping this out. A nice alternative fire for our plasma rifle now with a homing firmware update. Fun enough, but nothing spectacular. Down into the sewer system to sneak into the city, fun sections to use the poop water and other physics for novelty deaths. More like poo rock. This isn't your fight, engineer. You're just a cog in the system. Whee! This guy didn't even get a gun. But you are trying. You get an A for effort. More gun upgrades, a gravity gun. This franchise is well known for the big weird guns. Turok 2 had the cerebral bore. Okay, first fire is an AoE charged explosion, or alt fire to pick people up, smash them against walls. Wow. Wow.
Find the Senate. Tell them we are lost. Please. They are in the Senate building, behind the statue of the God of Justice.
More firepower! All weapons are useless!
Oh, hello. What are you looking at?
Nah, nothing. Any fart jokes?
Don't do that. I am so much more than that.
Are you?
What is that? The textures in certain sections are quite rough up close, definitely not holding up the best as we make our way to the top of the statue and city. Great eagle eye setting with fun shootouts on our way. When we get inside, we assault our way inwards. You did good, kid.
Fuck off.
The outdoors of the city are pretty enormous. We are taking down entire ships now, even without the turrets. How much families and dinosaur people have we decimated now? Probably shouldn't think about it. It's fascinating architecture and future design, not unlike the Judge Dredd game I played. Don't get me wrong, I mainly want jungle in my Turok games, but this is an interesting cityscape. Very elevated. Oh, it's Mr. Large Pants again. And bye. Story-wise now, we are seeking out senators to grant clearance to untether this floating city to escape the chasm impending. From Dr. Lizard Doom. Note to self, you probably should get better at explaining stories. While we saunter on, how about some trivia? Acclaim Entertainment were known for unusual marketing. For Evolution, they asked UK residents to change their names to Turok. But that's not what the characters actually... whatever. They would go on to win £500, a free Xbox, and a copy of the game. This all went great, winners were chosen, but in 2020 an investigation found that the winners were actually paid actors who never went through with the name change. I see Christopher Nolan is shooting his new film here.
Can I get some help?
Finally, we reached the senator.
Thank you, sir. But I fear you are too late.
There's no time. I was sent to tell you that the Senate has decided to release the tethers and destroy the city. They are already on their way to the other 3 control terminals.
I met your clones outside. A few of them are dead, by the way.
Wait, what?
Repetition does kick in the later sections. When you get the classic corridor shooting, it's fine, but the turret sections and transport stuff is a bit filler feeling. Sky Charles 2 is back. I guess this is Charles 3 now? While we fly on Charles and escape the city, which honestly looks pretty awesome, let's discuss the score. It bugged out on me a bit at the start, shocker, I know, but it's really good. All composed by Nelson Everhart and Simon Renard. Both composed the original soundtrack, really great drum beat and aesthetic mood pieces. Out into the wilds again. How you doing, Charles? Okay. Victory dance midair, okay. Can't even get mad at that. Oh shit, wait. Oh. Not again. Still getting good use of the vomit arrow. The bow remains amazing until the end, as it should. On a side note, is Vomitorium any good? Let me know below. So much alarms in this section, just non-stop blaring in my ears. Just turn that off. You know what, baby? On is better. Still getting new drops. Remote-controlled spider mines. I remember loving these back in the day. Oh no. Did it always look like this? This has to be a resolution issue. Really enjoyed this section. Back to basics, we get more plasma fun, and even an alternative fire for our flamethrower, lobbing globules of incendiary walls. In fact, I'll say it right now, in this mess of a playthrough, I missed out on some super fun weapon upgrades, including the bore attachment for the rocket launcher. This is so Requiem Avenging Angel. So good. Lord Tyrannus is running out of options. I haven't mentioned him yet, have I? I know I'm annoying hardcore Turok fans in chat. My defense is that the cutscenes broke most of the time. And there are a lot of really silly names. Anyway, this guy, the baddest of lizards, has one last tactic to use. The Juggernaut. It's a gigantic, robotic, weaponized animal thing. Off to the skies to take him down in our final skyward trip with Charles. Take down the shields and then kill the power. Are the Lost Lands finally safe?
We were ambushed. Our company was scattered by the fire. Get to the cliffs up ahead. Hurry!
Oh yeah, the human. It's the final fight. I suppose it's only fitting that the finale in this playthrough is broken. Because of the save game screw-ups, I start off with just an axe and a bow. I can get past the first part with the enemy spawners, but once T-Rex Harrison shows up, I just cannot kill him. There's no weapons to pick up, just ammo. I even put on God mode to see if it's actually possible with melee and nades and a bow.
Why won't you die?
Nope. Anyway, here is footage of the real ending by a better player on a better running version.
You haven't changed a thing, you know. There's always...
I do not fear you, Red Snake. I am Turok.
We leave Bruckner to be eaten alive before finally accepting the mantle of Turok. We have evolved to our limit. What a mess. To the pterodactyl with a gamer chair on top. I still love this game, however what I just played is a crappy and vaguely insulting cosplay of the original game. Even with cheesing the game, some parts being unplayable or flat out skipping, I'd say this took me about 7 to 8 hours to complete, so not too short of a game. I have seen some playthroughers speeding through it over 4 hours, if you don't get lost or just fly Charles into rocks all the time. Let's check out what critics were saying in 2002 or 3. Oh come on, PC neglected as always. No surprise, the PlayStation 2 hardware struggling at this point though, getting the lowest score of 61. Including the consoles, the harsher words from critics were Game Now saying one of the ugliest, sloppiest, silliest games I have ever played. Executed saying, as you load up the game and witness a flying club splatter the brains of a bad guy, you get the idea of what the game is all about. Blood, blood, violence, and more blood. 41, but you were saying positive things. The main consensus around Evolution was, level design is uninteresting, linear stages, not particularly memorable, ugly, a bit broken, boring. Very mixed reactions, so how about the user scores? We have 2 10 out of 10 reviews, one being from a big Halo fan saying it's one of the best games ever. Okay. The game does have a solid 7.1 user score, but what about my score? I don't really do scores. But I do but I do the good and the bad. The bad. Atrocious save system. Give me manual saves, give me quick saves. This is barely an autosave system at all. Just repeat the stage you were on. In 2002, nonsense. AI is a bit rough at points. I've seen much worse, but this was being touted as the best at the time, and that is nonsense. Honestly, and this goes for all Turok games really, I never care about the story at all. I've already forgotten most character names. Talbla, Tilset, Tilda Swinton. Some rough textures and graphics and points, definitely a console port rush job, probably crunching the poor devs. While the flying sections are well made, I was kinda done with them very quickly. Outside of Lilac Wars, this is just not gameplay I enjoy that much. Also only inverted. This last point is just all-encompassing all the abandonware nonsense. Just a mess. And full props to whoever put this together, it does work, sort of. But that movement, the cutscenes, the crashes, the audio, every single thing is broken in some way. How about the good? The big, glorious weapon models and gunplay full stop are a blast. None are bad, and particular favorites are always the tech bow, the minigun, and the rocket launcher. Always super fun, and especially with the combat feedback. Big spurts of outrageous blood, jibbing, and dismemberment. It's so entertaining. Peak years for this kind of feedback, real silly fun. Enemy design is brilliant, as well as the creatures you encounter in the jungle. Big, imposing creatures with huge guns and armor you can blast off. The good levels are great, particularly loved all the jungle sections. The score is really good. Before the conclusion, did you know that a Turok Resurrection was planned for after this? Set again before the first game but just after this one, but due to reviews and sales it was scrapped. Complicated feelings about this game for certain, very fond memories, but even back in 2003 I knew it was not quite a complete game. Now, it's about as rough as a gaming experience you can play from start to beginning, as you could probably get. You saw the issues, there are just too many to mention, and still, underneath all that shite, I had a lot of fun. Even not being able to move around correctly most of the time, it's gonna be so fun to edit that. The gunplay is still great, and you get brief moments of not getting stuck on the geometry, and the movement is actually smooth for a second. I've now played 2 games that are not clickbait to say they need a remaster. This and Heretic 2, great games just lost to the void, decaying over time over legal issues no doubt. It really is a shame. Night Dive, if you're there. Pretty please with extra ice cream and a cherry on top. Just imagine. So would I recommend Turok Evolution? Yes, if you get it on console. I'm sure it's alright then, or if you have an old setup and a physical copy, go for it. If you have a modern system and run it like I have, no, I can't recommend it. This is just too much of a mess. It's just a broken shell of a once great game. And still, this is probably not the most hated of the Turok games. Probably gonna cover that one as well. Thank you all for watching this week's video. Been planning this one since the start, but also knew it was going to be a hot mess to get through, and if anything, it surpassed my expectations there. How are my little skeleton channel members? Join now to support the channel and grab some custom emojis to spam in the premieres. Not much rats or skeletons this week. Shame, shame, shame. Shame. Big shout out to people supporting me on Ko-Fi. There is my link to help the channel along, pay some bills and get games. It helps so much. As of writing this, I'm nearing 5k subs. Never expected that in my first year of this channel. Crazy stuff. Thank you all so much for the support, liking the videos, subscribing and commenting. I love it all. Only the start too. So much planned, so much old broken games. Let me know which is your favorite of the Turoks. There are my links. There's Blue Sky and X if you want to follow me there. I hope everyone's having a great day. I'm Mystery Machine and I'll see you next time.